Look at what happened with the Spark. Sea-Doo asked around for 5 years straight, what do you want? And everyone said, bro, I want an XP. I want zero frills. I want an XP. And this is 2008, 2009, 2010. And they're like, we just came out with brakes. We just came out with suspension. And they go, screw all that noise. I want a 1996 XP. 2013, it was a 2014 model. The Spark comes out. And all the advertisements are all these mustachioed, scarf-wearing freaking hipsters drinking IPAs and driving Toyota Priuses or whatever the hell you call them. And they're all sitting there, and they're just like wearing tight jeans and capri pants and going, oh, we're all driving our little Toyota Yaris to the launch ramp with our new pink Spark. And that's all the advertisements were all these young goofballs going out riding Sparks. Here's the catch. Who bought the Spark? That first year of the Spark, who bought it? It was guys my age who were trying to rewind the clock and buy a new XP because they wanted the ski that they rode when they were 20. And so they went out and they bought a Spark because the Spark was basically an XP. It was lightweight. The first two YouTube videos on YouTube, the first two videos were both guys in their 40s. One guy was jumping it, all right, off of freaking St. Pete, all right. It was Joe Zamatoro because he got one of the first ones, and Tim McKercher. Tim McKercher's doing his little freestyle routine, hanging over the bars, dragging his leg, going around doing figure eights and all that kind of crap. And Joe Zamatoro putting air underneath it, all right? Wasn't freaking hipsters buying this damn thing, all right? It took a year or two before those new people to be like, oh, okay, maybe I should buy a Sea-Doo Spark. It was middle-aged guys going out there going, oh, sweet. It's a stripped-down one-seater. That's what the Spark was. And that's who the first audience was for the Spark. And Sea-Doo's like, what are you doing? It's because they're jumping the shit out of it. They're having a blast. They're pretending they're 20 years old. Okay? They're having a freaking riot. They're laughing their heads off. They're like, oh, the whole ski's plastic. Well, yeah, it's a $5,000 ski, you Mickey Mouse freaking knucklehead. They're goofing off on these things. And they sold every Spark. It was the number one seller for 5 years straight. All right? They all jumped them and rallied them. And how many videos of guys taking the sponsons off and absolutely rail sliding these things? They're just going, rah! And just rail sliding these things 30 feet down the water. It's because they took the sponsons off. And they're like, this is great. And they're like, we don't recommend this. It's like, yeah, we know you don't recommend it. But what the hell? We're going to do it anyway. Okay? That's awesome. And that's precisely what I'm talking about when it comes to manufacturers listening. All right? And the Spark is never going away. It's not a 3D. It's not a failure. It's a freaking home run. I'm telling you right now, the audience responded, the market responded to the Spark, and the manufacturer in kind gave them something. And what did they do? They gave you the tricks. What was the tricks? It had trim. But guess what? The tricks outsells all Sparks. Every Spark there is, the tricks is the number one seller. When the tricks came out, they're like, it does wheelies. I'm like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Now, mind you, I had the flu and I had a really rotten attitude. But I sat there on the beach with 100-degree temperature, and I'm like, you made a Spark that does wheelies? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And they sold every one of them. I was wrong. I was 100% wrong. 100% wrong. I still think it's goofy. But guess what? Still sell them. Hey guys, thanks for hanging out. This clip was taken from our weekly podcast that we record here every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to watch the whole video, you can go to the Watercraft Journal's YouTube channel, go to playlists, and then click on live sessions. You're going to see it there. Otherwise, go ahead and leave a like, a comment, and definitely subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow.
And again, thanks again for watching our videos, and we hope to see you soon.